1,000 ships. 3 centuries of dominance. Gone in a single generation. The Chola Empire built the mightiest navy Asia had ever seen, ruling the waves from Sri Lanka to Indonesia. And then one succession crisis destroyed it all. The year is 1025. Emperor Rajendra Chola stands on the deck of his flagship, watching the coast of distant Sumatra burn. His fleet has just accomplished the impossible. They have sailed 2,000 miles across open ocean to crush the Srivijaya Empire, the masters of Southeast Asian trade for 500 years. But this is no raid. This is conquest. The Cholas have done what no Indian power had ever attempted. They have projected military force across the entire Indian Ocean. Within months, ports from the Maldives to Malaysia will fly Chola banners. But here is the question that will haunt this empire. What happens when the sea kings forget how to choose their next ruler? But to understand how one succession crisis could destroy all of this, we need to see how the Cholas built their maritime empire in the first place. And it starts with a deceptively simple insight. While other kingdoms fought over land, the Cholas looked at the map and saw something different. They saw water. The Bay of Bengal was not an obstacle. It was a highway. And whoever controlled that highway controlled the most valuable trade route on earth. Spices from Indonesia. Silk from China. Gold from Africa. All of it flowed through these waters. The Cholas did not just want to tax this trade. They wanted to own it. So they built a navy unlike anything Asia had ever seen. If you are learning something new, that like button helps more than you know. Now think about this from a completely different angle. Most empires expand by marching armies across borders. The Cholas expanded by sailing fleets across oceans. This required something revolutionary. A permanent professional navy. Not ships conscripted for a single campaign. Not merchant vessels converted for war. Purpose-built warships with trained crews who served year-round. Historical records suggest they maintained over 1,000 vessels. Some could carry 400 soldiers. Others were fast raiders designed to hunt down pirates. But here is what made them truly unstoppable. While their enemies thought in terms of coastal defense, the Cholas thought in terms of projection. They could strike anywhere across the Indian Ocean with overwhelming force before anyone knew they were coming. And then everything changed. The administrative system that made all this possible was breathtakingly sophisticated. Every village in Chola territory was organized into assemblies called sabas. These were not mere advisory councils. They held real power. Local taxes. Land disputes. Temple administration. Water management. All handled at the village level. This freed the imperial government to focus on two things. War and trade. Bronze inscriptions recovered from Tamil Nadu reveal a level of bureaucratic precision that would impress modern governments. Ship captains were licensed. Cargo was inspected and taxed. Foreign merchants received official protection. The empire ran like a well-oiled machine for generation after generation. But this machine had a single critical vulnerability that nobody bothered to fix. The throne itself had no clear rules for who would inherit it. But here is what nobody expected. The very success of the Chola system created the conditions for its destruction. When you have the most powerful navy on earth, controlling the richest trade routes, generating unimaginable wealth, what happens? Every prince wants that throne. And every prince has the resources to fight for it. The succession system that worked during the empire's rise became a ticking time bomb. Sometimes the eldest son inherited. Sometimes the most capable brother. Sometimes whoever had the army's loyalty. There were no fixed rules. For 2 centuries, the Cholas got lucky. Capable rulers emerged without catastrophic conflict. But luck always runs out. If you want to see exactly how it happened, make sure you are subscribed. Because what comes next shows how fast an empire can unravel. The breaking point came in the late 1200s. Emperor Kulothunga III died without naming a clear heir. Two factions emerged. Each backed a different prince. Each controlled portions of the navy and army. What happened next would have been unthinkable a century earlier. Chola ships fought Chola ships. The same fleet that had conquered Southeast Asia turned its cannons on itself. Port cities that had grown wealthy under unified Chola rule suddenly had to choose sides. Trade routes that had flowed smoothly for generations became contested battlegrounds. Foreign powers watched in disbelief as the dominant force in the Indian Ocean tore itself apart. Drop your prediction in the comments. How fast do you think a 3-century empire can collapse? The answer might surprise you. Within 50 years, the Chola Empire effectively ceased to exist. The Pandya dynasty, longtime rivals from southern Tamil Nadu, swept in to pick up the pieces. The great navy scattered. Some ships fled to serve new masters in Southeast Asia. Others rotted in harbors without crews to maintain them. The trade routes the Cholas had dominated for 3 centuries fell into fragmented control. This is the brutal math of succession failure. 300 years to build. 50 years to destroy. All because there was no clear answer to one simple question. Who rules next? The administrative genius, the naval innovation, the trading networks, none of it mattered when the center could not hold. The Cholas had solved every problem except the most important one. And yet the Chola legacy did not vanish entirely. The temples they built still stand, including the Brihadisvara Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bronze casting techniques they perfected still thrive in Tamil Nadu today. Their influence on Southeast Asian culture, from temple architecture in Cambodia to legal traditions in Indonesia, endures after 8 centuries. Perhaps that is the final lesson of the Chola story. Empires fall, but the things they create can outlast them. The sea kings are gone, but their temples still touch the sky. Their bronzes still capture human emotion with breathtaking skill. Their administrative innovations still echo in local governance. The throne is forgotten. The legacy remains. Now you understand how Asia's greatest maritime power rose and fell. Now you know how a single succession crisis destroyed the most powerful maritime